Have you ever felt so bloated, so gassy, and with a constant heaviness that seems endless? That uncomfortable feeling that tightens your abdomen, that makes you not want to move, that steals your energy, your good mood, and even your sleep. Millions of people live like this every day, and the most worrying thing is that many believe it's normal, especially as the years go by. But it's not. When your digestion isn't working properly, your whole life is affected. You start thinking twice about what to eat, what time to eat, and even when to leave the house. Constant questions arise. Will this make me sick? Why am I going to the bathroom so infrequently? Why does my stomach feel hard all the time? Going to the bathroom becomes a struggle, not something natural. And in the midst of that desperation, many people try anything and everything. Vinegar, strong laxatives, detox teas, miracle powders, unknown capsules. They promise quick relief, but often they only manage to further irritate the intestines, cause cramps, weaken the digestive system, and create dependency. It's like banging on a fragile door and expecting it to fix itself. Now, I want you to listen carefully. What if I told you that one of the most effective ways to reactivate your bowels and help your body eliminate waste gently and naturally isn't in a pharmacy, but in your own home? What if I told you it's not about strange potions or unusual ingredients, but about using the water you drink every day, but in a very specific way? Today, I'm going to share with you a simple method that, as a natural health specialist, I've recommended to thousands of people, especially older adults, to restore bowel regularity, reduce bloating, and decrease gas in just a few days. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn isn't just a trick. It's a new way to understand your digestion and take care of your body from the ground up. If your abdomen swells like a balloon after eating, if gas is constant, bothersome, and sometimes embarrassing, if you feel heavy, sluggish, and unwell almost every day, if going to the bathroom has become a source of stress, then you need to hear what's coming. The solution is simpler, safer, and more effective than you think. It's not a magic pill. It's not an expensive product. It's a natural resource that's always been there. And today, I'm going to show you how to use it correctly. Before we give you the exact method that can transform your digestion, we need to debunk a huge myth. A myth that for years has done more harm than good. The famous colon cleanse. We've been led to believe that the colon is like an old pipe full of stuck-on waste, accumulated toxins, and fermented debris that supposedly poison us day and night. That's why we have gas, bad breath, fatigue, headaches, weight gain, and constipation. And of course, the business behind the fear immediately springs up. Colon irrigations, hydrotherapy, laxative teas, detox powders, supplements that promise to remove kilos of waste from the body. It sounds logical, but it's not true. The reality is much simpler and much smarter. Your body isn't a clumsy system that needs to be hosed down. Your body is an extraordinarily sophisticated detoxification machine. And the true stars of detoxification are your liver and kidneys. They work 24 hours a day, filtering your blood, neutralizing harmful substances, and eliminating them through urine and feces. The colon is not a stagnant garbage dump. It's not a clogged sewer. It's not a bag of toxins. The colon is a living, active organ designed to absorb water, compact waste, and gently move it toward the exit. Gastroenterology experts, such as Dr. Tazif Ali of the American College of Gastroenterology, have clearly explained that the idea that the colon needs forced cleanses lacks a solid scientific basis. In fact, many of these cleanses do the exact opposite of what they promise. When you force your bowels with powerful laxatives or hydrotherapy, you flush out not only waste, but also good bacteria. You destroy part of your gut microbiota, which is essential for good digestion, a strong immune system, and even emotional balance. You can cause dehydration and electrolyte loss, which is especially dangerous for older adults or people with heart or kidney problems. It's like trying to fix a delicate clock by hitting it with a hammer. So, if the problem isn't that your colon is dirty, what is the real problem? The answer is much simpler. Your gut is sluggish, dehydrated, and out of sync. And that's precisely where the method you're about to learn comes in. A method that doesn't harm your body. It doesn't force it. It doesn't exhaust it. Instead, it helps it remember how to do what it was designed to do naturally. Move, hydrate, and eliminate. And what about popular herbal laxatives like senna or cascara sagrada? Yes, it's true. They make you go to the bathroom. But the important question is, at what cost? These products work by directly irritating the intestinal walls. They create a kind of artificial shake to force them to contract. It's like taking an exhausted horse and, instead of giving it water and rest, whipping it to make it keep going. Maybe it will walk. Maybe it will even run. But it will only get weaker. The same thing happens with your intestines. At first, the laxative seems miraculous. Then you need more doses. After that, without the laxative, nothing happens. And so the vicious cycle begins. Constipation, laxative, momentary relief, more constipation, more laxative. Over time, the intestine loses its natural ability to move on its own. It becomes sluggish, dependent, and increasingly slow. Now let's talk about the famous apple cider vinegar. It's almost become a religion. It's touted as cleansing the colon, detoxifying it, and a cure-all. The reality is much less spectacular. Vinegar can slightly aid digestion in some people thanks to its acetic acid content. But there's no solid evidence that it cleanses the colon or resolves chronic constipation. And worse still, in people with sensitive stomachs, gastritis, or reflux, it can cause heartburn, irritation, and worsen symptoms. So, if it doesn't work with laxatives, if it doesn't work with vinegar, if it doesn't work with aggressive cleanses, what do we do? This is where the way we view the problem changes completely. My philosophy is simple. Don't attack. Don't force. Don't punish. Support. Activate. Re-educate. Your gut isn't broken. It isn't dirty. It isn't doomed. It's dehydrated. It's lacking volume. It's out of rhythm. And that's corrected by giving it exactly what it needs to remember how to work on its own. Not a miracle product. Not a potion. But 4 basic, powerful, and natural tools. Water. Fiber. Time. Movement. So erase the word cleanse from your mind. From now on, we're going to talk about something much smarter and more effective. Natural intestinal reactivation. And it all starts with something so simple that many people overlook it, a glass of water. This is where the real secret is revealed, the heart of my intestinal activation method. Forget complicated remedies, strange powders, or magic formulas. What I'm going to teach you is a technique, a small morning ritual that acts as the key that starts your digestive engine, especially for people who feel their bowels have sluggish over the years. And most importantly, the power isn't in adding things to the water, but in how and when you drink it. The key is to drink between 300 and 500 milliliters of warm water as soon as you wake up, before eating, before coffee, and before anything else. It may sound too simple to be true, but behind this habit are very powerful physiological mechanisms. During the night, your digestive system enters a resting mode. Your body has been finishing processing dinner, and in many cases, the colon already has the waste ready to be eliminated, but it needs a clear signal to start moving. Warm water acts exactly as that signal. Temperature is key. Cold water can cause a slight contraction of the stomach and intestines, which in sensitive individuals can even worsen the feeling of heaviness. Warm water, on the other hand, relaxes the muscles of the digestive tract, improves circulation in that area, and allows everything to start moving more smoothly. It's like giving your digestive system a warm bath from the inside, preparing the way for effortless intestinal transit. Now the second factor comes into play, volume. Drinking 1 or 2 large glasses of water on an empty stomach gently stretches the stomach walls. This stretching activates a natural reflex in the body called the gastrocolonic reflex. Simply put, it's a direct message from the stomach to the colon saying, new material is arriving. We need to make room. In response, the colon initiates rhythmic contractions that push the waste toward the exit. It's literally the on-off switch for the gut. That's why the timing is so important. It has to be on an empty stomach. It's the only time of day when the water can pass quickly without mixing with food and effectively trigger this reflex. If you have coffee, breakfast, or a supplement first, much of the effect is lost. When done correctly, many people feel the urge to go to the bathroom 15 to 30 minutes later. It's not magic. It's pure physiology. When you repeat this ritual every day, your body starts to learn a schedule. Your gut understands that every morning at a certain time, it's time to get moving. For older adults or people with chronic constipation, this simple habit can make a huge difference. You go from relying on laxatives to regaining a natural reflex that was always there, but it becomes sluggish due to lack of stimulation. This glass of warm water is the spark that ignites the system. But a spark alone doesn't keep a fire burning. To achieve real, lasting regularity without relapses, we need to add some additional support that works in conjunction with this ritual. And that's what we'll talk about next. Activating your bowels in the morning with a glass of warm water is like turning the key and starting the engine. But for that engine to run smoothly, without jerking or stalling, it needs quality fuel. This is where the great allies of this method come in. They are simple, natural, and proven aids that work in conjunction with a morning ritual to transform a sluggish bowel into an active and regular one. The first ally is, without a doubt, one of the most effective natural laxatives, prunes, but used correctly. Because eating a handful of prunes at random is not the same as preparing them strategically to enhance their effect. The method is simple. The night before, place 4 or 5 prunes in a glass and cover them with water. Let them soak overnight. The next morning, after drinking your warm water, eat the rehydrated prunes and, very importantly, drink the soaking water as well. This small detail makes a big difference. Prunes provide 2 types of fiber, one that adds bulk to stool and another that forms a gel-like substance that softens it. But the real star is a substance called sorbitol. Sorbitol is a natural sugar that the intestine doesn't fully absorb. When it reaches the colon, it draws water in like a sponge. More water in the colon means softer stools that are easier to pass. When you soak prunes, some of that sorbitol is released into the water, turning the liquid into a true cleansing elixir. That's why drinking the soaking water is just as important as eating the fruit. However, this remedy is potent. If you've never tried it, start with 3 prunes and see how your body responds. Then you can increase to 4 or 5 if needed. The idea isn't to induce diarrhea, but to achieve a comfortable and natural bowel movement. The second great ally is the gas and bloating reliever, fennel infusion. When intestinal transit is slow, waste remains in the colon for too long and begins to ferment. This fermentation produces gas, abdominal distension, and discomfort. Fennel works precisely at this point. Preparing the infusion is very easy. Add a teaspoon of fennel seeds to a cup of hot water, cover, and let it steep for about 10 minutes. Then strain and drink it warm. You can have a cup after main meals, and, if you wish, another one at night. Fennel is a carminative plant, which means it helps prevent gas from forming and, at the same time, facilitates the release of trapped gas. Its natural compounds gently relax the intestinal muscles, reduce spasms, and lessen that feeling of a bloated, intense abdomen. In short, it's like sending a calming message to your digestive system. With the warm water, we get things moving. Prunes add volume and softness. Fennel reduces gas and discomfort. And we still have 2 more allies to complete this system for true and lasting regularity. The third ally is physical touch, the gentle nudge that the intestines often need to remember how to move. Especially in people who spend many hours sitting or who no longer move as much as they used to, the colon can become sluggish. And this is where a simple abdominal massage can make a huge difference. The method is very simple. Lie on your back with your knees slightly bent to relax your abdomen. Place your fingertips on the lower right side of your abdomen and begin making gentle circular motions. From there, slowly move up to your right ribs, across the upper abdomen, and down the left side until you return to the starting point. You are following the colon's natural path exactly. Maintain firm but comfortable pressure, without pain, for 5 to 10 minutes, either in the morning after a warm bath or at night before bed. This isn't a symbolic ritual, it's pure bodily mechanics. By externally stimulating the abdominal wall, you are activating peristalsis, those rhythmic contractions that push the intestinal contents toward the bowel. It's like helping to push a swing that stopped. For many older adults, this massage becomes the perfect substitute for the stimulation they would normally get from walking more or exercising. And we come to the fourth ally, the true golden rule. Mindful hydration combined with smart fiber. This point underpins the entire method. You can drink warm water, eat prunes, and get massages, but if you ignore this, the results will be poor. There's something that almost no one explains well. Fiber alone doesn't cure constipation. In fact, if consumed without enough water, it can worsen it. Fiber is like a sponge. It needs liquid to swell, create bulk, and keep stools soft. Without water, it becomes a dry, hard mass like cement inside the intestine. That's why you should drink water regularly throughout the day, not just when you're thirsty. Thirst is already a late sign. Always keep a bottle nearby, and take small sips throughout the day. A very useful tip is to concentrate most of your fluid intake before 5 or 6 in the evening. This way, you avoid waking up at night to go to the bathroom and protect your sleep, which is also key for healthy digestion. Complement that hydration with smart fiber. Vegetables, fruits with peel, oats, chia, and flax seeds, ideally soaked. This combination creates soft, bulky stools that are easy to pass. When you put all this together, the real magic happens. Warm water awakens. Prunes soften. Fennel soothes. Massage pushes. Hydration and fiber build the foundation. It's not a trick. It's a complete system that works in harmony. That's the true secret to gentle, natural, and lasting bowel reactivation. No violence, no dependency, no harsh chemicals. Just helping your body do what it's always known how to do. Okay, now that you understand how your body works, it's time to take action. The great advantage of this method is that you don't have to wait weeks to notice changes. Many people feel real relief in just 1 or 2 days. So pay attention, because here's your simple plan to start today. It all begins the night before. Before going to bed, place 4 or 5 prunes in a glass and cover them completely with water. Leave them ready in the kitchen or on your nightstand. It's a small gesture, but makes a big difference. And before falling asleep, give yourself a few seconds to imagine how you want to wake up, lighter, without pressure, without that bloated feeling in your abdomen. It may seem simple, but preparing your mind also prepares your body. Day 1 arrives, the day of reactivation. Upon waking, before looking at your phone, before your coffee, and before anything else, go straight to preparing your water. Heat 300 to 500 milliliters of water until it's lukewarm and pleasant to the palate. Sit down, take a few deep breaths, and sip it slowly and steadily. It's not a quick gulp. It's a ritual. Then give your body 15 to 20 minutes to do its work. You can stretch gently, walk around the house, or simply relax. After that time, it's time for the second step. Take your rehydrated prunes, eat them slowly, and then drink the soaking water as well. This liquid is part of the treatment. If you have 5 minutes, lie down and perform an abdominal massage, following the path of the colon. This small gesture enhances everything else. Wait 30 to 40 minutes before eating breakfast. Choose something simple and high in fiber. Oatmeal with fruit, plain yogurt with soaked chia seeds, or a whole fruit with a handful of seeds. Nothing heavy, nothing ultra-processed. Throughout the day, keep your water bottle close by and take small sips frequently. Remember to concentrate most of your hydration before 6 p.m. After main meals, prepare a cup of fennel tea to keep gas under control. At lunch, prioritize vegetables, salads, legumes, and a lean protein like fish or chicken. Avoid fried foods, refined flours, and excess sugar. And if you can, take a 10 to 15-minute walk after eating. Walking is one of the best natural bowel stimulants. In the afternoon, you can have another cup of fennel tea. And in the evening, try to have a light dinner. Vegetable soup, grilled fish, or sautéed vegetables. Before going to bed, if you wish, repeat the abdominal massage to relax the area. Day 2 arrives, the day to consolidate your progress. Simply repeat the same routine. warm water upon waking, prunes, massage, consistent hydration, and fennel throughout the day. But now add something more: observation. Listen to your body. Notice if you're less bloated, if gas has decreased, if going to the bathroom feels easier and more natural. For many people, the difference between the morning of day 1 and day 2 is surprising. A feeling of lightness you may not have felt in years. And this is just the beginning. When you give your body the right conditions, it remembers how to function properly. Your mission now is simple. Try it. 2 days. No excuses. Your gut can change, and you're about to find out. Now, let's talk about what you can expect. This plan isn't about a violent purge or an extreme cleanse. It's not about suffering. It's about regulating, harmonizing, and restoring your bowel's natural rhythm. You'll most likely start to notice that bowel movements become more frequent, softer, and much more complete. Bloating begins to decrease, pressure disappears, and that constant feeling of heaviness starts to subside. It's not a one-night miracle. It's the beginning of a new habit that builds well-being day after day. The foundation is simple. Maintain warm water every morning and good hydration every day. The other allies, prunes, fennel, and massage, can be used as support when needed. Think of this method as a toolbox that will always be available to you. If you've made it this far, it's because this topic truly matters to you. And that says a lot about you. You're taking responsibility for your health. Now, only the most important step remains: putting it into practice. Don't put off. Get your plums ready tonight. Tomorrow, give your body those first few minutes of self-care. Just 2 days. 2 days to see what a small change can do. And when you try it, come back and tell us how it went. Your experience could be the spark someone else needs to get started. Write in the comments what you noticed, how you felt, and which part of the method you found easiest or most powerful. If you know someone who struggles with bloating, gas, or constipation, share this video. Sometimes, a simple gesture can relieve years of discomfort. If you want to continue learning more about natural health and simple ways to feel better every day, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Here, we continue building well-being step by step. Today, we're debunking the myth of aggressive colon cleansing and replacing it with something much smarter: intestinal reactivation. You learned that the solution isn't in expensive products or miracle formulas, but in supporting your body's natural processes. My 5 pillars: warm water, prunes, fennel, massage, and hydration aren't magic. They're a practical strategy to retrain your gut and restore the rhythm that stress, time, or bad habits have taken away. The real goal is to feel light, energized, comfortable in your body, and without fear of food or the bathroom. It's about regaining peace of mind. And an important clarification: everything I share here is for educational purposes and is based on natural methods. It does not replace the opinion of a healthcare professional. If you have severe constipation, persistent abdominal pain, or suffer from conditions such as heart problems, kidney problems, or diabetes, consult your doctor first before making any changes to your routine. Thank you for watching until the end. Take care of your body, listen to it, and I'll see you in the next video.